computer. Okay. So I suppose that we are recording. Very good, very good. Welcome, welcome. I welcome you all to what I intend to be a monthly Zoom meeting. My name is James. Most of you know my name, but there are some of you maybe who are meeting me for the first time on this Zoom call. Others of you are old friends. We hung out at convention, or I see Stanley's on the call. I've probably known Stanley probably longer than anybody except for maybe Bridget, who's on the call. I did meet Bridget before Stanley. In fact, Bridget was instrumental in me meeting Stanley. And hi, Lisa. I welcome you all on the call. There's lots of us. So what I'd like to do, if any of you have Valor with you, or Valor 2, or if you don't have that, sandalwood oil might be good. Grab a grounding kind of oil. Hopefully you've all ordered your Valor. I have sampled the new Valor. Mine hasn't arrived yet. The newly reformulated Valor, I can tell you, it's indistinguishable from the old formulation. When they first passed it around at the Live Your Passion rally I attended, I thought it was the old Valor. I didn't realize it was the new Valor until somebody, the Young Living corporate person who was there, pulled his out. And then I realized what they had passed around was the new Valor. I had thought it was awfully generous of Nancy Weber to be passing her only bottle of Valor around to 100 people, or however many, 200 people that were at that Live Your Passion rally, but it was a new Valor. You really cannot tell the difference. It is powerful, it's grounding, it's a wonderful oil. But mine hasn't arrived, so I'll use my old Valor. So if you pull that out, or a grounding oil, or any oil that suits you, what we're gonna do, I like to begin meetings like this, is put a drop on your left wrist, and then take your right wrist, rub it clockwise 3 times, and then hold your wrists together and relax. Just relax. I'll invite you to shut your eyes. This will take maybe 1 minute, not very long. And let it all go. Relax your face, cheeks, nose, lips, chin, neck, shoulder, arms. And I'll invite you to shift your focus inward, placing your attention on the space between your wrists, on the energy flow through this essential oil blend, Valor. Allow yourself to ground, center, balance. Connect now with that which you truly are. Supreme, sublime, courage, confidence, strength. When you're ready, you can lift your wrists to your nostrils and imbibe the aroma. Awesome. What I'm going to do now is mute the call. I have this chat thing up. I am here, but don't see myself. I saw you before, Bridget, so I don't know. I see you, probably other folks do.
I see you, Bridget.
Yeah, We can see you. So I'm glad Bridget's muted herself, but not all of you have. So I am going to mute you all for now. And what I'll do is after my presentation, I'll open it up for Q&A. Q&A is not recorded, but that's the benefit of being on the call live. It makes, I think, a benefit for making the effort to be. And let me figure out how to mute you all. I know how to do that. Manage participants, mute all. Okay, I'm going to allow participants to unmute themselves. So if any of you have a pressing question that cannot wait till the Q&A, I believe the way I've done it is that you can unmute yourself. But only do that if you have a question that can't wait, please. Or you can maybe raise your hand and I'll unmute you, maybe. Okay, so what we're going to talk about tonight is essential rewards. The nuts and bolts of it, how to manage essential rewards, how to appreciate the value of essential rewards. Once you understand, how many of you are on, if any of you are not on essential rewards, either raise your hand or mention it in the chat box. It would be nice to know if any of you are not. Essential rewards is a must if you want to receive the most value for your purchase. So what I've discovered is that many folks really are not on essential rewards, and they also, many people do not have their PV assistance set up. It happened to me this month that several people in my downline went under 100 PV. They're on essential rewards, and I'm sure, I know they went under 100 PV because something went out of stock. So the PV assistant can keep that from happening. What I'm going to do is set somebody up on essential rewards to show you how to do that, and then and set up a PV assistant for that person, somebody who's not on essential rewards. So what the first thing I'm going to do is, let's see if I can find an email that I send people, which is over here, and then I'm going to share the screen. So this would be maybe this email. This is an email that I send people when they begin with Young Living. So now I'm going to share the screen. How do I do that here? There is a way to share the screen. Yes. Okay. Share screen. So now, well, you see all of you, but I'll move you over there, and you can probably all see this email, which I'll make larger so you can see it better if you're on a mobile device or on a laptop. And the part of the email that I want you to see is, this is when I begin people with Young Living. What I do is I send them a welcome email with their member number, their password, how they can log on. And I edit it a little bit. If they're already on essential rewards, I mention in this paragraph that I share with them the advantages and let them know their essential rewards date. Because most people now, I enroll on essential rewards. So what I let them know is that if they're ordering products regularly, they might want to consider essential rewards. Why? They get reduced shipping, they get free products with qualifying purchases, 10% product credits months 1 to 3, 20% product credits months 4 to 24, 25 and on, you get 25% in product credits. What those really are reward points, but people that are new don't understand reward points exactly, but they will understand the concept of a product credit. Then you get free loyalty gifts at months 3, 6, 9, and 12. All of us that have been on essential rewards are getting those now. In fact, now I understand why I guess I got a peppermint this month It was one of the loyalty gifts. Somehow there was something included that shouldn't have been as part of my essential reward order. But I guess it must have been my 6-month loyalty gift or one of those loyalty gifts that I was scheduled to get. So we're all on this first year of getting months 3, 6, 9, and 12. Then I explain it a little bit about if they're at the 10%, they get $15 product credit for a $150 order. Obviously, if it's 20%, it's $30 product credit, and 25%, I'd have to stretch my mind to do the math on that, but it's even a bit more. I personally do a $300 order every month because I like getting the most value for my purchase. And what I'm going to do with you all, it's late in the month, your auto ships are probably already in, but I'm going to share with you a little advance notice that they give me on next month's PV promotion. Most of you don't know it, but I'll do that later once the call isn't recorded, and that's a benefit for being on this call. But you'll really see the value of a $300 purchase. But at $300, 25% would be 60, I guess it would be $75, I think, would be 25%, I believe. 75, yeah, so that would be 75. So I'm getting $75 in product credits that I can cash in for free product, plus all the value of the PV promotion. And this is the way I explain the value to people when I get them started with Essential Rewards so they understand it. And I will show you this month's PV promotion. I have it on my personal website. We'll go to that here. Essential Oil Therapies. And I have it on, you can also see it in your back office. Maybe I'll show you how you would see it there. I'm not sure all of you know that. But if you go to member news, they always show you, here's April's PV promotions. And if you click learn more, it tells you what you get. So it should tell you what you're getting at 100 PV. That is interesting. I thought you got all this at 300 PV. That's strange. This isn't right. Exactly. Anyway, that doesn't seem exactly right. I'm not sure why they're saying this, but at 100 PV, if you're on Essential Rewards, you get, let me pull my website up because there is a flyer that says this. So 100 PV, you get Tangerine Vitality. 190 PV on Essential Rewards, you get Tangerine Vitality, and you also get Ula Grow. So you're getting those 2 oils only on the Essential Rewards order as part of the PV promotion. So that's quite a bit extra. But you do get the tea tree oil at 190 PV, and then the Thieves Household Cleaner and the glass spray bottle at 250 PV. And what I thought was 300 PV, you get the Dragon Time. So I'm not sure why they said it that way on their website. That may not be correct exactly. But have you all seen the glass spray bottle? That glass spray bottle is awesome. We should always have that available. I have a whole bunch of them, actually, because you can qualify for the order more than once. You can qualify twice, but the Essential Rewards part, you can only qualify once. So that's really the value of Essential Rewards for a product user. And if you explain it that way, people begin on Essential Rewards. They do. At least half the people that I begin with Young Living enrolling them, because you can customize the order now and begin them on Essential Rewards. They don't have to get one of those funky kits. They can get whatever they want on Essential Rewards. Most everybody I begin on Essential Rewards. I do that by stressing that it's optional. And I tell them that if we do it that way, you'll get a free bottle of, this month it was Tangerine Vitality. And if you don't want to stay, I make them promise me that if they don't want to stay on Essential Rewards, that they will contact me before the date next month and will cancel it, or they can make their changes and get something different next month. And what happens is most people stay on it, but you stress that it is optional. You do not have to stay on Essential Rewards. And that way people don't feel pressured. They get that they're going to get something extra for free. They like that. So they're as likely to begin on Essential Rewards or not, as not. But I do stress that they need to contact me next month in order to change it or cancel it, and I'll go through the training on Essential Rewards at that time. And I give them the date they need to contact me by. So anybody, and they'll put it in their calendar, and then they'll contact me. There's an added benefit to that, because people, the whole way that we build is by building rapport, by building relationships. So when the person contacts you next month, what are you doing? You're building the relationship. You're getting to know that person. You're learning more. And whether they do the business or not, how we make our income, and I think most of you who are on this call are business builders, so you wouldn't be on it, but we make our income from people ordering products. People ordering products every month, and they order products every month when they're on Essential Rewards. But they're also receiving the best value by doing it that way. So when people get that you're there to serve them, you're there to help them receive the best value for their purchase, and you're helping them, you're really in it to serve them. I had somebody enroll with me today. I really needed to put her in a leg, my son's leg, because it needs volume. There was a person in his leg, that's my weakest leg of my diamond leg, and it was having enough volume every month, but there was a person ordering like 5,000 to 6,000 every month, and they eventually, somebody ordering that much usually stops doing it. They've been doing it for a few years, and they stop ordering that much. So now there's a little bit of a shortfall. I really have to get out there and promote and work to get the volume over the 15,000 that leg needs. So I really wanted to put this new person under my son, but they lived in an area where, and they wanted local support, and I had a top leader living in that area, living in the same town. So I put the person under that person instead of my son, because that would best serve that person. And really, when you act in a way that will help the person you're working with, you will grow. When you remember you're serving them, and you'll grow because the people you work with will get that you're there to help them, that you're providing them the best value. And they'll then begin to want to do stuff to work with you and grow, maybe or maybe not, but they will get that you're there to serve them, and they will purchase more. They will also do more if they do the business than if they think that you're in it just for you and to make money from them. So that's very important to genuinely be in it, to work for, to serve the people that you're working with. And that's what's going to help you grow in the long run over time, in a way that you'll be on this next diamond trip with me. Because I want you on the next diamond trip, and I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you all that now. I have a picture here. Let's see if I can find the right picture of the hotel where they're putting me up in. This is a 5-star resort, the Sheraton on the Gold Coast in Australia. And I am excited about going. I really am. The flight is very long, but I've embraced the concept of being on the plane a long time. I have a whole bunch of books on my, I keep all my books on my iPad with the Kindle app, so I have stuff to read, and I have my, my music that I meditate and chant to, and I also have a bunch of movies on my iPad. So I won't get bored on this 14-hour flight that I'm going to be on. And that's just the leg from Los Angeles to Australia. It's 6.5 hours to Los Angeles. But it would be even more fun if Bridget, Gail, Kim, Sue, Stanley, and Lisa and all of you are on the flight with me going to this thing. We'd own that plane. It would be a blast. So the reason I'm bringing this up is not for you to be jealous that I'm doing that. It's to inspire you to come with me the next time. As I was saying before all of you got on the call, it's not a full, it's much more fulfilling if many of you are on this trip with me. And I don't know where we're going next year, but it'll be just as good as this one. Last year we went to Hawaii, the year before that to Croatia and Paris. Next year will be another fantastic adventure. And some of you can be on it next year with me if you get to work. And one of the ways we get to work is by helping the people we bring in see the value of essential rewards. So what I want to do now is, and I can share this email with you. Also in it, I include this little graphic. It's always good to include graphics. This is a pretty good one. If any of you would like me to share the email, what I'll do is I'll put it up on Sensual Connect. I'll put a link up on Sensual Connections from Dropbox or something where you can download it so you can have it. It's a good welcome email. You can change it to make it you, but you can, or you can keep it as is. Just change the links and the contact information so it's yours instead of mine. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is show you how to begin somebody on Essential Rewards and the PV Assistant. I have somebody here, a new member, who I'm starting on Essential Rewards. I've already talked to him about it. Let's see if I can make this bigger so you can see it more. Well, okay, so that's pretty big. You all can see that, I'm sure. So this is his back office. It's a relatively new member. So we're gonna click on Essential Rewards over here. And it brings up Join Rewards Today. You click on Join Now. I'm sure you all have, needs to be at least 50 PV, but we're gonna set something up for 100 PV. So we're gonna put Valor in there, definitely. I like the new Valor. I like to search things up. There's Valor, we're gonna add that. That's limited to 1 per member per month. We're going to put sandalwood in there. I wish they still had the Royal Hawaiian, but sacred sandalwood will have to do. While we're at it, we're going to add the sandalwood moisture cream. I'm going to make it a 300 PV order, actually. And what else might this person need? Oh, I like the most cost-effective way to get Ningxia is the, wow, return doesn't work with, this is Edge, so Microsoft browser with Windows 10. It's real fast, but so this thing, the Ningxia Red Essential Rewards, for those of you who don't realize it, that's the most cost-effective way to purchase Ningxia. In it, you get the 4 bottles of Ningxia and 30 singles for $181.50. There's 2.5 bottles and 30 singles. If you break it down to the price, it is you get the most for your money. So that, and you get reduced shipping. So that's the way I always order my Ningxia. We're going to add that. And let's take a look how much PV he has now. 357. It's enough. We're good for now. So what we're going to do is save that. Hopefully there is a credit card on file. We go to the next step. Error. Please select shipping method. Oh, yeah. Action needed. We're going to add a new shipping address. Okay, well, we'll leave it that for now. Okay, so we're going to select that as an address. We're going to save it. We need a phone. And save that. Okay. So we'll select that for now. And it wants a method. We'll go ground. I never go mail. Mail is just way, way too slow. It's an interface between FedEx or UPS and the mail, and especially for those of us on the East Coast, it takes forever. So I always at least go ground. That seems to take forever also, but at least it doesn't take forever and a day. And we'll set him up for the 18th. Next step. Okay, payment options. I don't think he has a payment in there. Well, I need to put a new one in because I do. Oh, looky there. Young Living has added a PayPal option. Awesome. So we're going to stick PayPal in there right now. I've never done that before. This is a learning experience for me. Don't see a secure. I'm going to put mine in there for now just to make it quick. I have time to change it to his. Oil Man at Essential Oil. There. I was encouraging Young Living to, they must have just done that with their last upgrade. Wow, that's exciting. Awesome. There's people who have been asking for that, lots of us. And log in. So that should be mine. What? I know that's right. Hopefully that works. Well, that is not working. Okay, well, I know that's my password. Maybe they have some bugs in there. We'll put a credit card in there. Hope I'm not boring you with this. And a card number. I have all my passwords. I'm going to put that in the screen. I'm not sharing. That's a lot of super confidential information there. So we're going to go with, I'm going to just move that over for a second. So we're going to go with this card here. So I want to show you how to do this. That's why I'm doing this. I didn't realize he didn't have a card in there. Just bear with me here. Hopefully it'll like that. And save. Oh, good. That works. Now I can move this back over where you all can see it. And we have that added, and we're going to save the changes. Okay, so we have the auto ship set up there. Now what we're going to do is set up the PV assistant. So I wanted to show you all how to do that. So the PV assistant would be here. And what you want to do, yes, I want to start using PV assistant. What I do with mine and what I'll do with his is make the goal 300 because I do not want my order to sink below 300 ever. And we're going to make that my order goal. And now we need to add products. My son set up, he said, I set up my PV assistant. So I looked at it, he put a goal in, but he didn't put any products in. You can't reach your goal without knowing what products to put in. So the first thing that I'm going to want to put in, we can't put in Valor because it only does one a month. Let's say I want to make it 300. I like the Cool Azul. I'm very into Cool Azul. I order that a lot. Both the view all. Why is it showing me all that? Cool Azul. Okay, so I'm going to add the first thing I'll add is the Cool Azul sports gel, and hopefully that'll put me over the top. But if it doesn't, I'm going to add the Cool Azul oil. I use them both regularly. So that should, hey buddy, get the energy up again. All right. I hope I'm not boring you too much with this, but I want you to see how to do this. Many of you don't know how to do it. And I wanted to show you the mechanics of doing the PV Assistant. So we have both of them in there. That should bring you over 300. I'm going to add one more thing. Let's see. We're going to add one more thing, Ningxia. So we just want to bring it so it'll get over 300. I like those singles. We'll go the 30 count. We'll add that. Those things never go out of stock, by the way. So if a few things went out of stock, that would certainly put it in. And what the PV Assistant is going to do, it's just going to pick the top one. If 39.75 brings it over 300, fine. If it needs one more thing, it'll grab the next thing you put there. If it needs something more, it'll grab the third thing. Make sure you put enough in there to get it over your goal, if need be. So we have that in there. It is set up. So now you have the PV Assistant in place. Okay? Very important. Now, do we have any questions? I'm going to unmute you all to see if we do. So let's go here to manage participants. I'm going to unmute you now. Okay. Any of you all have any questions at this time of what I've gone through? You may have to unmute yourself, but you are unmuted on my end. No questions? Okay, so you all understand how to set up your PV Assistant. Very good.
James?
Yes.
Can you share with us your expertise and wisdom on how, when you, enroll new members and share chemical-free living?
Well, yes. So when I begin new members, I get them started with one of the kits. Often I walk them through it. Often I take their order. When we're discussing the essential rewards and the importance of getting on essential rewards, people will often say, well, I don't use oils every month. I just use a few drops here and there. So I tell them that we also have oil-infused products, personal care items, and nutritional supplements, all free of harmful chemicals. Sometimes I get on my soapbox about the personal care items. I'll do that now because I get passionate about it. So if you're using toothpaste, and I ask people, well, you don't know what to order every month. Do you brush your teeth? Yeah. Where do you get your toothpaste from? Oh, I get it from ShopRite. That stuff is toxic. Do you wash your hands? Yeah, I use soap. Do you shampoo your hair? Yeah, I use shampoo. Where are you getting it from? Well, most likely you're using products that are filled with toxic chemicals. The manufacturers will tell you they're minute quantities, they're not going to harm you. But how often are you brushing your teeth? How often are you washing your hands? How often are you putting lotions on? How often are you shampooing your hair? Well, you're doing this stuff every day of your life, and that stuff adds up and it accumulates. I work with people with MS. I work with people with lupus. Who was I talking to today? Somebody had some kind of an autoimmune disease. Lots of people, young people, have cancer, have all kinds of autoimmune diseases. They have all kinds of intolerances, allergies to foods. And why? Because they're absorbing toxins into their body every day of their life. Young Living takes a stand against that. We have products that are free of these toxic chemicals. And at the same time, they're infused with essential oils, which are good for you. So what you do is you throw that old stuff out, and you don't purchase it anymore, and you purchase your toothpaste from Young Living. You purchase your mouthwash from Young Living. You purchase your shampoo from Young Living. You purchase your soap from Young Living. And the challenge will be keeping your order down to $300 a month. It will be. It's a no-brainer. And when you share that in that way, passionately with people about the importance of living chemical-free, they begin on essential rewards and they stay on essential rewards is what happens. Plus, they're getting all these free products. So that is the answer to that question, how to stress the importance of chemical-free living to people. Once people get that, they will change their buying habits and they'll switch over to Young Living and make that their store. Any other questions at this time? Hanukkah, you have to come over and get your watch. I pick up more jewelry that way from people like you. You leave your expensive stuff at my house. When I used to have a raindrop practice, people would come, they'd get a raindrop, they'd leave, and I wouldn't know. I'd do so many a day, I wouldn't know where the jewelry came from, and they wouldn't remember where they left it. I ended up with more jewelry that way. But Hanukkah, you need to come and get your watch one of these days. Bring your new husband with you next time you come. Bet. Okay. Any other questions at this time? Okay. Well, I obviously did a good job. What else do I want to go over? I could show you. I really didn't have somebody to walk through on the enrollment process, but let's see. One thing you might want to do is have a website set up or a replicating website where if people go to enroll, they click on a button and it defaults to, so I need to log out of whoever was logged in. It was probably me. Okay, log out. So then it'll default to your member number in there. And if you continue from there, I don't think in this case, it's me being the sponsor and enroller. But what I wanted to show you is the ease of getting people started on essential rewards. So I usually begin people with this kit, the premium starter kit with the dewdrop. So we have that checked off. Then we look at the monthly rewards and savings. Now, the interesting thing about this is you can put the Thieves Essential Reward Kit in, or you can put the Ningxia Essential Reward Kit in, or you can customize the kit. Now, when you try to click in, the first time I did that, I'm clicking and clicking and clicking, and it doesn't stick the checkbox in there. And the reason it doesn't, I found out, I mean, you poke around and find out eventually, and I have shared with the IT department, they might want to make it so you check that because it looks like you want to check it. You have to click Customize Monthly Order. So you do that, and then you put some stuff in there. Needs to be at least 50 PV beyond the basic starter kit. So, but the PV from the starter kit will count towards the promotion, but you need 50 more PV for an essential rewards. So we're just going to put the Sacred Sandalwood in there. So we only need to put one thing in there. It's more than 50 PV. Sacred Sandalwood, we'll add that. then we view the order summary, and we're going to save it. So it's that simple, getting somebody started on Essential Rewards, and they want you to confirm. So once you do that, you see now it's checked off. That's how it checks, okay? And that's important to know, because otherwise you'll be clicking and clicking and clicking like I did, like Bridget did, before we figured it out. So if any of you haven't begun on somebody on Essential Rewards, that's what I wanted you to see. And then you'd have to bring them through the remainder of the enrollment process, which we're not going to do now. So, okay. So we've gone over that. One more thing I wanted to go over with you, which is part of business building, and many of you don't know about this. It is the Rising Star bonus. Yep, the Rising Star bonus. Okay, I need to be using more MindWise, obviously. I take it every day. I need to double my dose. It really works, by the way. It helps with mental clarity. So the Rising Star bonus, I have a picture of that. I'm sure many of you don't really understand it so much. So let's make it a little bit bigger so you can see it better. Okay, so there it is. So the way it works and how it ties into Essential Rewards. Now the reason I don't qualify for it, silvers and above don't qualify for it. I think you begin, once you're a star, you can qualify for it. So what you do is you need to be on 100 PV Essential Rewards. What Young Living does is they take 1% of their PV, of their total sales, and then whatever that number is, they divide it by all the people that qualified for the Rising Star Team bonus pool. So they take that 1%, whatever that total is, and they figure out what a share is by dividing it. Anyways, 1%, they divide it. So a share is worth something. When I last looked at it, it was, I believe, $50 a share, something like that at one time. I'm not sure what it is now because I don't qualify for it. But I think if you got a share of that, it was 50 added to your check. 2 shares would have been 100 maybe, and 3 shares 150. But I don't think it was quite that much. Maybe it was 3 shares was 50 something. It's probably changed now as Young Living has grown a lot, and the shares might have been diluted since a lot of people qualify for it. But in any way, it's going to add to your check. More importantly than that, you're building in a way that will set you up to be a Royal Crown Diamond. Why? Because you're setting up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 legs. So at your first level, you're going to have people on 100 PV auto ships. And then they need a certain amount of OGV, total group volume, underneath them in order for you to qualify for these shares. And at the highest level of 3 shares, you have 2 legs with 1,000 OGV. That's total volume in those legs. Another 2 legs need 500 OGV, and then 3 more legs need 300 OGV. But eventually, they will all be whatever the leg requirement is for Royal Crown Diamond, which is $735,000 legs. So you're setting yourself up by building this way, and that's more important than the amount of bonus you're getting with the Rising Star Team bonus pool. But by building for that, you're going to add to your check now if you're under a silver, and you're going to be setting yourself up so you'll be perfectly built to become a Royal Crown Diamond. Do you all understand that? Good. So what I'd like to see you all do is build the Rising Star Team bonus. That's the way to set it up to grow in the future, also making more money now. And at the same time, you're getting everybody started on Essential Rewards. And that's how we make our money, by people ordering products every month we get commissions on people ordering products. So we're getting set up to earn a big check and also earn a bigger check by becoming a silver, gold, platinum, diamond, and on up to Royal Crown Diamond. This will set you up to do that. So that's very important. I know I'm shortchanging that a little bit now, but I'm talking about it in the context of understanding essential rewards and the power of it and the power of beginning people on essential rewards. Believe me, when you help people understand the value of essential rewards, how they're getting the most value for their purchase, they will want to begin on essential rewards. It's important to stress that it's optional, that they're not locked into it, that they can change it, and they can cancel it at any time. When people are comfortable with that, they're very willing to be on essential rewards. It's if they think you're pushing them into it, making them want to do it when they don't really want to because they don't understand the value of it, and when they think they're locked into it and they can't get out of it, that they don't want to do it right away. But when they understand they're getting free stuff right away, they're getting reward points right away, and that as long as they contact you by the time their date next month, they can cancel it if they want to, they get on it. Most of the people I enroll, and I enroll quite a few people, begin on essential rewards. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now is, since I'm going to stop the recording and continue with, unless, well, maybe if some of you have another question, I'll keep recording it for a little more. Yes, you need to unmute yourself, Dina, to do that.
Hi.
Hi, Dina.
How are you? Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I know. I do have a question. You hit on something, and someone actually asked me today. They asked me if to get the rewards, the promotion points or whatever. I didn't realize that if they had just signed up and they also did an essential reward order, that all goes towards the promotion. I know that if you're doing a $300, if you want to get all the stuff that comes when you do 300, Bridget said it all has to be in one order. But you just said something before where if they're ordering their kit and they place an essential reward order, does all that PV go towards the promotion?
Yes.
They did it at the same time?
Yes, I understand your question. So the total volume, my dog here, the total volume of the order counts towards the promotion. But the starter kit does not count towards the essential reward point.
Right, it's a separate.
But all the PV. So if you added, let's say 50 PV, which is the minimum you have to add for it to begin on essential rewards, then you would get the $100 level. You get, this month it's Tangerine Vitality.
Right.
If you made it 100 PV in addition to the starter kit, then you get everything that 190 PV gets you, which are this month Oula Grow, Tangerine Vitality, and Tea Tree Oil. But you would only get with 100 PV in addition on essential rewards. The first month you get 10 reward points. But the starter kit never counts towards an essential reward order.
Right.
And you cannot order a starter kit on essential rewards. Many of us have, like me, have a number of starter kits. I have quite a few, but I can't order them on essential rewards. They have to be ordered on a quick order. So that does not count towards your reward points in an enrollment order, but in an enrollment order, it does count towards the total points needed for qualifying.
For the promotion.
For the promotion, exactly. Yes. Very good. Do you all understand that?
Mhm.
Yeah. Any other questions? Okay. Okay, if my dog's still here, I'll let you see my dog.
Thanks.
He's my buddy. Okay. So he sheds a lot, but he's my best friend. So, okay, what we're gonna do is stop the recording now, and then I'm gonna give you all a treat that are on the call. So we're going to, let's see how to do this. We go here, and where is the recording? Speaker view, more. We don't want to end the meeting. We want to stop the recording.